Here we are back at Good Time Bikes, sponsored by Richard's Bicycles, and on this episode, we're doing a frame swap from an '03 Trek Liquid to a 2005 Santa Cruz Blur LT. While this bike met its ultimate demise years ago when the frame cracked, it's also missing a handful of parts. But we'll dig those up, and right now I want to bring you in for a little bit closer look so you can see what we have going on. The Liquid was a very unique and innovative bike for its time, probably one of the first bikes to experiment with a longer rocker arm, giving it that distinct look. It was short-lived and only produced in '03, '04, and '05. My bike specifically is an '03 Liquid 20, which ran $2,200 back then. Production of the Liquid ended when the Remedy came out, which boasted plenty of upgrades. The Liquid was a little on the heavier side, but it was a good answer for a more aggressive rider who's looking to hit bigger jumps and drops. It's the perfect bike for a rider in the Midwest who's looking to utilize longer travel, but trying to stay away from a freeride bike. This was Trek's all-mountain category, so it fell in between the lighter weight Fuel and the big downhill freeride bike, the Trek Session. Both of the frames in this video are 5 to 5.5 inches of travel and are from the same era, so almost all the components will swap right over. The Santa Cruz Blur LT was an extremely popular frame to build up. It's a lightweight, long travel bike, and back in 2005, the Blur LT offered 5.5 inches of rear travel. Set it up for cross-country riding with a 100mm travel fork, or build it up for a more aggressive ride style with 160, and either way, your bike's going to weigh around 30 pounds. Known for its pleasantly stiff frame and plush ride, the Santa Cruz Blur was at the top of everyone's list. The famous virtual pivot point frame design made for great climbing and solid descents. On a personal level, I have fond memories of this bike and those similar. I can recall going on huge group rides when I started in the industry back in 2006. Plenty of the guys I rode with were on Blurs. This was one of the popular bikes that I could never afford as a kid, so it's pretty cool to have one now as an adult. One of the riders out of our usual group was Mike. He's a friend of mine and he's been a customer of Richard's Bicycles for longer than I can remember. Mike was kind enough to give me this frame for nothing. He put a ton of miles on it within 2 years before building up another bike, so there are plenty of dings, dents, and wear marks from the chain, otherwise known as character, to help tell the story of this frame. Now, after lying dormant for 14 years, I have the pleasure to bring this bike back to life. Thanks, Mike. So you want to know how I did that? I did what any other guy would do. I called the bike fairy. You don't believe me. You want to know how I really did it? Well, okay. Have the children leave the room. Here you go. Well, it's been fun breathing new life into this old Santa Cruz, and you might even see it in some later episodes when I take it out mountain biking. But if you like videos like this about bicycle repair, maintenance, and even restoration, like, subscribe, and keep watching Good Time Bikes, sponsored by Richard's Bicycles. I'll see you next time.